All right, you're probably wondering what's the right powder and what's the wrong powder. So on the left, we have N550. I expect some extremely high velocities. We're gonna start with the wrong powder. I know a few hand loaders use this. This is H4831SC. Loaded up the 165 AccuBond for all of this, so. Okay. I'm gonna just put this one in the dirt. Let's see what kind of velocity. Looks like we're armed, right?
Yeah, no, you're armed.
Okay, ready?
2589.
Wow. And that was a lot of powder in this. That was 57 grains. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're pushing 30-06 to the limits with the right powder, but I'm also really want to focus on what happens when you use the wrong powder. You guys know I love Gordon's reloading tool. It's fun to nerd out and do these hypotheticals, but in today's video, we're actually putting all of that to the test. What happens when we use too slow burning of a powder compared to the ideal powder? Which one's gonna shoot better? Which one's gonna get better velocities? That's what we're gonna find out. Here is the 30-06 that I have a love-hate relationship with, the Model 70 Featherweight, 22-inch barrel. All right, you're probably wondering what's the right powder and what's the wrong powder. So on the left, we have N550. I expect some extremely high velocities. We're gonna start with the wrong powder. I know a few hand loaders use this. This is H4831SC. Loaded up the 165 AccuBond for all of this. So let's go ahead and start with H4831SC. Okay. I'm gonna just put this one in the dirt. Let's see what kind of velocity. Looks like we're armed, right?
Yeah, no, you're armed.
Okay, ready?
2589.
Wow. And that was a lot of powder in this. That was 57 grains.
What weight bullet?
165?
Wow, that is really slow.
Yeah, so we're gonna go up 1 grain.
Almost 26.
96. Good heavens, this is slow. Okay, we're gonna do one more of the ladder test. This is the hottest charge I loaded, 59 grains. It was basically halfway up into the neck, so I didn't really feel like loading more. And this is slower than a 308. What did we get? 2675, so that jumped up a bit, but still ridiculously slow velocities for a 30-06.
Yeah, that is very, very slow.
All right, while the 30-06 cools, I brought my 300 Weatherby with the new Timney trigger. We're gonna make sure everything works well. We got the anechoic suppressor, and Arkin EPL4 on it. We're gonna be shooting the 200 grain terminal scent with H4831SC.
Just low and left.
3029. For those that are familiar with my hand loads, I backed this one off just to see if I could get a little more accuracy. So last time it's been doing around 3090. Today I expect it to be around 3030.
Stacked right on top of it.
3030. What do you think? Should we use that new fancy barrel cooler or just shoot it?
Hey, heat test.
All right.
See, really proof test that load of yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that. Good shot.
Well, trigger works great. The not as hot load seems to shoot a little better than the hotter load. The hotter load shoots 3/4 to 1 inch. This one, I've seen it shoot a lot of 1/2 inch. I think I just got a 1/2 inch group again. So let's check it out. All right, unfortunately, that's definitely not half MOA, but that's probably 3/4. So that's fine. Okay, so H4831SC was ridiculously slow. Now let's go to N550. Okay, I'm gonna aim for center.
Okay, you're rolling.
All right. First shot of N550. I expect a way different velocity.
2902.
It's a little different.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, we're going to a grain higher.
$29.52.
Oh, so I felt some pressure on that 2952 load.
Uh-oh.
A little clip. For you guys, we're gonna go stupid hot. I expect this to break 3,000.
Yep, 3001.
It went into the second hole or the first. No, it didn't. That was an awful group. Well, that's just a ladder test. Yep. So.
Yeah, too much.
Yep. Big difference, though.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was a good demonstration of how Magnum powder is not ideal in 30-06. Especially this guy here. Love this. Love this powder. I was using it in my 300 Weatherby. Works amazing. Works great in 300 PRC, 7 mag, and 7 PRC. There's a lot of cartridges that this is just awesome. Okay. But it's not made for 30-06, especially with a 165 grain bullet. You saw it, guys. 2,500 feet per second to 2675, and the powder was like halfway up into the neck. Just abysmal. Now, why would people use H4831SC in a 30-06? Well, this stuff is magic, and it shoots small. I did shoot a group. I didn't show it. This is the group with H4831SC. That's just right over an inch. And guys, for that Model 70, it's really not that bad. So I understand why people might gravitate towards H4831SC. But there's just a lot of different powders that will shoot just as small, and you'll get a lot better velocity, like N550 here. Yeah, major difference using N550. And here's what I'll say, guys. Hopefully you've seen this today. There isn't really any powder that's going to beat N550 in velocity for 30-06, for 6.5 Creed, 6.5 Swede. There's a handful of cartridges that N550 just is king. You can get it, actually. There is one exception. Reloader 17 will beat it in velocity, but you can't really get that. So, yeah, I highly recommend N550 if you're shooting a 30-06. 22-inch barrel, we hit 3,000 feet per second with a 165. That is moving. This might upset a few folks, but it needs to be said. If it's not very good for 30-06, guys, it's not going to be good for 270 Winchester. I know a lot of hand loaders with 270 Winchester owners use H4831SC. Remember, 59 grains of H4831SC was halfway into the neck. Guys, the 30-06 and 270 are basically using the exact same case. So you would have to stuff the 270 Winchester and get mediocre velocities. It'll do better than in the 30-06 because it's a smaller bore diameter. But N550 works amazing in 270 Winchester too. Just the thought.